Fucking yeah, it's not easy, man. Doing this shit, it's not easy. People act like, and we're live. Oh shit, we're live.
All the
All right.
way
So what
live.
we're talking about is like just the busyness of life. Oh shit, I got it on the thingamabob still. My bad, you guys.
The dingamabob.
My computer's slowing down. There, send that over here. So yeah, just the ever since this whole year, I had all these plans and all this shit, ready, and it's not because I haven't been doing it, it's because I'm not in control.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So it's fucking taking forever to get anything done, and it's very fucking stressful because I took a chance and I sacrificed everything on this shit. Now, like, fucking, everything's piling up on me all at once.
Well,
And it's starting to pick up a little bit, but there's some stuff that needs to get taken care of right now. Like, and from what I can tell, what I've picked up on small business owners, because I get um, some side note from the ex-wife and her business owner.
yeah.
I've worked for the pool guy in his business, and now this is my new business, but it's another small business. Like the type of person that runs a small business,
I'm listening. Yeah.
I think it's that fear of growth and not knowing what to do with it type of situation, or fear of letting go to allow growth. Do you understand what I don't know? It's like this. It's like this. It can wait. It can wait mentality. It can wait. It can wait. Or yeah, and then never get back to it. Like I don't know.
I,
To me, hold on, just to me, it just feels like a psychological weakness that needs to be overcome. Like that's why they're still small business owners. You know what I mean? They're
mm-hmm.
not fucking. They don't own a big business. They're not a big business owner. They don't own a corporation or they're building an empire. It could be that they like it small and they don't want to grow. But like to me, that's something that should be discussed because I'm a very ambitious individual, and I don't know how to coast. I've actually lost a job because I didn't know how to coast.
I think it depends on how much success you have early on, Tony. If I'm being completely honest, I've seen a few small businesses come and go and some that are still here. My wife, as a matter of fact, runs one. And I think if you struggle in the beginning longer than some people,
Mm.
once you plateau and you finally get to where you're making money and
Mm.
you're not fucking hungry anymore,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of get comfortable. But what you fail to realize is the potential, like you
Yeah.
get to where you level off. And it is kind of important to keep moving forward. But at what point do you become a small business with a big business mentality? Because, that's hard for some people to fucking do.
What do you mean?
Like making decisions based on business
The betterment
and
of the business?
versus emotional.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
somebody's not working out, you fucking
Uh-huh.
get rid of them and get somebody else.
Well, I see now I've had an idea of that because I know my other boss Tommy, like he's got a big heart and he's a small business owner and he got behind like almost 10 grand this year being nice to people, like letting them slide or
Yeah,
not making them pay. Like I told him from the very beginning, I was like, man, you're crazy. Because I know people, like a lot of times people are gonna they're gonna ride that out until somebody says something, like,
that's
oh,
it.
he's still showing up, he's still showing up. Like that's why when I had my side customers, if they didn't pay, yeah, I didn't show up. I didn't even give them a call. I didn't even nothing. Because the moment they realized I didn't come is the moment they realized they didn't pay me.
Yeah,
And then they're
that's
like, okay, now this guy, he's not going to come if he doesn't get paid. That's a bill that we have to pay. So like, but if they pay, you still treat them great. You still like when it comes to chemicals, extra chemicals for free, or we'll replace this for free, just like that customer service stuff. But if they don't pay their bill, they don't get service. But if they pay their
that's
bill, they get great fucking. See, that's a small business, big business mentality. It's just
well, business 101 is you fucking pay me and I do business with you.
yeah,
Like, if you don't pay me, then we're not making business. I'm doing you a favor.
Exactly. Yeah.
That so yeah, I don't do shit for free. You
Yeah.
know,
My struggle right now is getting this online shit going for this panda because it's an online based business and it has no real presence. You know, on social media we have been posting, and then other than that, like I don't have any business experience either. But I mean, I'm coming at this as a consumer. You know what I mean? Like that's all being business is. If you start a small business, it's because you were once a consumer and you have an idea of what somebody wants.
that's true. I think.
It's
Yeah,
it. A lot of things in life are fucking simple. It's just in order to sell it, in order to make money off of shit, you got to make it seem complicated. A lot of things in life are very simple. It's just we have to accept it as simple because we want to believe shit's complicated. It's really not complicated.
I get really frustrated sometimes talking to my wife or even other people when they try to rationalize some shit that's happening, and I just go, "No, he's fucking with you. She's taking advantage of you. Like, you don't see that? This isn't complicated at all. That's a
Yeah,
fucking asshole, and they're taking advantage of you because you let them."
yeah.
I don't know how else to say it, but that's what's happening right there. I can see it.
And it's because people want to be polite. They want to be liked, you know?
Mm.
And that's what we're not necessarily taught. It's what's ingrained in us because that's the way society is. That's the way people are. So we get like you get people that fear is the greatest poison, you know? It's the thing that'll make you make the stupidest choices because you're scared.
Hmm.
And just fear is illogical. It's irrational. It makes no sense. I mean, you rationalize it, but a lot of time the way you rationalize it comes off like psychotic because the scenario that you bake up to rationalize whatever it is so far fetched that it's like, dude, really?
It just depends because there's sometimes when fear is a valuable asset. I'm not saying
Well, if we're in the
I'm
jungle,
saying, yeah. I'm not saying it's 30%. It's less.
yeah, yeah.
That's a disadvantage, but there's definitely moments in your life where you at least need to be aware of what's happening and not
Well,
oblivious.
yeah,
You know.
okay, so let me generalize then. And because a lot of times we don't even have these issues in, like, I don't know, let's say the ghetto. You don't have issues like fear. You know, that's why a lot of the greatest champions come from shit is because they've lived in fear. They know fear. They know fear better than anybody. And that's why they're almost always successful because they're never scared to take a chance. They're never scared to gamble. They're never scared to take something head on, even though the odds are against you. If you've experienced fear and beat fear time and time again, then almost anything seems possible.
That's legit. That's what's up. Yeah. I think you have to overcome certain fears in your life. And every, I don't know.
It's really overcoming you.
Yeah, you get in your own way.
Hmm.
That's a big problem with success. I do it all the fucking time. I'm a
I'm doing it
perfect.
right now. I'm getting in my
Yes.
way because I feel like I made a bad choice, but it could
Mm.
still pay off. So I'm like still trying to be that guy, but I'm also being the other guy. It's like I could talk about this shit all I want. I mean, that's the only reason why I talk about it is because I feel it and I experience it, and I'm trying to in my head philosophize it and apply it. But it's still fucking hard for me, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm fucking mad at myself right now. Like I worked really hard to get things straight in my life, and like all I've done is paid off my truck, but everything else is piling up.
I wish I knew the answer, Tony.
There isn't.
If I did, and I
There's
would tell
not one, man.
sell it. You
I
just,
wish there was a fucking answer. You bet I would have found that shit.
but you're a soldier, man. You'll push on. You know
I
what I'm
always
saying?
do. I'm looking for that break, man. It's just like fuck. Like I wish I didn't fuck up my credit. That's one thing, one regret that is still fucking haunting me that I can't get past is the fact that I ruined my credit at such a young age. And now that I'm more wise, I'm more mature, and I have everything I need, all the potential, all the knowledge, all the life experience I need to run a business, I can't. because I have
Yeah.
bad credit and I have no financial backing, and it's just an idea. I'm just stuck with a fucking idea, and that is haunting me. That is what's frustrating the shit out of me right now.
Man, you can get the ball rolling. It's going to take some doing, but I mean, there are certain low limit, high interest credit cards you could get to.
I already got them, dog. I already got them, and they're both maxed.
Oh fuck.
I have like $1,000 worth of credit and maxed that shit out already. Well, I mean, I paid it down completely in January. No, I paid my credit line down 40%, 30% or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then fucking shit fell through with my family. I didn't tell you about that. My mom being a fucking bitch. Like I wrote her off completely now. She's completely wrote off. That whole side of my family is done. Like they're done. She got pneumonia. Tried to blame it on me because of her sugar restricted diet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's not how that fucking works. It's like, first of all, she got pneumonia because she took a shower. She walked around the block, and it was probably like 50 degrees here. Walked around. Probably stopped to smoke a cigarette because she did take a long time. And so her fucking dude was with her. So that does not blow my mind at all. Then they got home, to smoked another cigarette. Then she put on her CPAP, which is like moist air. That it's just the whole scenario that she was in was a pneumonia scenario.
Right.
And then like they made it a big ordeal. They waited until her check came to tell me they were moving out, to come, because they were gone at the hospital probably for like one night. And then they waited till they text me, "Is the check there?" They showed up when the check came, talking about, "We're gonna move out tonight." And I was like, "Yeah, you're not getting." I was like, "I can move out." I was like, "But you're not getting any of your stuff until you fucking give me the money you owe me." Because I bought them a new tire. Fucking, they owe me rent money. You know what I mean? The rent. And then they even tried to fucking skip out on that shit. They tried to jip me for like not even a lot of money at all. It was like maybe $200.
I'm sorry, man.
I was just, yeah, it fucking sucked, dude. I was like, I dealt with it. Yeah, I just wrote it off, because it's never. I just wanted something that I didn't have, and it was just had to acknowledge that I can't have it, and that's fine.
Not with that person, not with that person. You can't, and I'm sorry for that, Tony. That's mothers.
What it is.
Mothers will break a special part of your heart. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to not have a father. I never met my dad, and I can safely say, like, I could care less, couldn't care less. I don't really give a shit how you're supposed to say that. I'm going to say I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less what happened to him after the fact. That was the first time my mom hooked up with a dude, and ever after since that, it's just chicks. So, I mean, the motherfucker made me and then disappeared, and I've had to shit out my whole life. I've never had a father figure to look up to, and it's definitely led me astray a few times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But my mom, even though she wasn't brave enough to try to step in on my crazy ass grandma, was still around. I get to see her at least once a year. Christmas time. Say, "Hey, how are you?" Maybe she'd get me a gift if I was lucky. But I know that there's a bond there that if she were to fuck me now, it would really mess me up.
Yeah.
And that was a long way around it. I'm saying, like, dads are one thing, moms are something else.
Yeah, that's where you learn about love and compassion. That's where you truly experience what it's like to mean something to somebody.
Yeah, because if you don't mean anything to your own mother, like
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a big one, man. And I'm just, it breaks my heart a little. And I really hope that one day you find somebody that can replace some of that
hole
support you need. That hole is what I was going to say, but I didn't want to hit it. You're a good dude, and I think that you owe it to yourself to know that you're worth a family that cares genuinely and loves you. And I hope you get it one day. I don't know if you're going to find some rich, crazy family that's just going to adopt you, or if you're going to find some chick with a nice family. It's going to happen, I feel. But unfortunately, you got to go through this little bumpy spot with your real mom. And
yeah, it was a good See that's what fucked me up is when you get where I got psychologically,
Yeah.
you have to accept everything that happens in your life. Like an immature me would say that it's her fault that I quit my pool job when I knew I shouldn't have. I could say it's her fault that all my bills are behind, all my bills, all my bills. I could say that like everything that I worked for to get to a good position in life was thrown away because of her selfishness.
Yeah.
But the mature me says no, because I knew that about her, and I made the choice. I didn't have to, but I did because I don't want to let fear lead my life. Like I wanted to take a chance,
Yeah.
and it didn't pan out. It didn't still isn't panning out. It's something I gotta fucking live with. Good thing though is I always have a vehicle to drive. It won't get impounded. It might not be registered. It might not have fucking insurance, but I can still. I've driven dirty before. It's not like something I'm not scared to do. Hey, I tell people all the time. There's no fucking excuses, man. If there's something to be done, get it done, and it's that simple. Like if you want to do something, do it. And that's just the way I am. Like I wanted to get better psychologically, and I fucking did. And uh, a different time in my life, like that shit would have sucked. The only thing that's getting to me now psychologically is my son. Like he's very similar to I was as I was when I was his age, and when my mom left, she'd mentioned in a fucking argument that I was too hard to deal with and that she gave up on me at an early age. And that all I could think about now is my son. Like people doing the same thing to him. I can see like people like not wanting to deal with him. Like it's that big of a nuisance for them. And that fucking breaks my heart because I know that feeling. That
Yeah.
feeling is what turned me to the dark side for so long. That feeling is what made me feel unloved, unwanted. That's why I acted out. That's why I had bad behavior. That's why I was so promiscuous. Is because I never felt community. I don't know what that is. Like, I mean, I sort of learned it in high school. That's why I never dropped out of school. That's why I went to school every single day. Is because that's the only place where I felt wanted. Like
You
that's
probably
why
had,
huh?
you probably had real deal friends in high school
I
too, right?
did. I had
People
fucking. We
kept.
did everything together,
Yeah, you build those relationships,
and that's what
and
fucks with. Yeah, that fucked me up now because now that's my expectation. You know what I mean? My first real community experience was where you did everything with the people that you said were your friends, and now, like I never got to experience the family dynamic.
it's weird.
So it's like a
I'll tell you
perspective I
that.
didn't get. Yeah.
It's weird now. I'm an adult and I'm seeing what I guess families are supposed to be like, but also that even those families have their
Shit they ain't
babies.
showing.
Yeah, and
And
you stay
that's
around long.
where, you keep mind your business, keep your shit to yourself, and perception is everything. Like
Mm,
everybody knows it, like the contest in America is like who can be the most perfect versions of themselves. Like that's why people envy people that don't care about being judged. That's why Jackass was so famous. Is because we're a society that suppresses our fucking like easily judged characteristics, and we show face of a someone that we truly aren't, but is socially accepted in our society. That's why people don't cuss on radio shows, and that's why people like some podcasts are afraid to attack certain topics. Is because they don't want to rub against somebody's already predetermined thought patterns,
yeah.
and they want to keep that rather than be abrasive, make people come out of that old thought pattern, make people angry and triggered, create thought, create growth. I'm going on a tangent.
No, that's fine. You're getting me kind of focused in on some shit too that I was thinking. Um, well, I was. We both went on a tangent. Goddamn.
We went on a tangent for like a second.
No, I only had a couple things to talk about. It's been a pretty weird
Oh
last
yeah,
couple.
what's been going on, bro?
Uh, So let me tell you a story, Tony. It's been a few weeks since we spoke, so I'm gonna give you the quick version, and feel free to jump in if you have any questions. But I'm gonna run this down. Ready?
Okay.
A few weeks ago on my show, the Po' Boys podcast, I had a guest who is a host of another show, who is a key member of the hashtag Potter Family situation.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So we spoke.
I'm already fucking like great. God.
Do what?
Okay, go ahead. Go.
So I literally. Why did I say literally? That's stupid.
Literally.
Literally.
Oh,
I talked to him. He invited me into a bracket, like a Modern Madness thing with Potter Family. I didn't have a problem really with Potter Family. I had some weird little situations with other friends of mine that got into some shit with them. But after talking with Shane, he explained, some of that from the other perspective, because you and I both know there's two sides to a story. So
I like them because they cut me from Potter Family too. So
yeah. So I get that there are people one way or the other that they've gotten with. I've never dealt with them.
Yeah.
I've kind of done my part because I see the hand jobbiness of it.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think that's the main problem with me and Ray. Like,
Right.
Yeah, just come on, just be a person, be a real person. Don't be one of those types of I don't know.
I think Ray's pretty genuine, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's why we get along, because they're honest,
right. I think that I hone in on honest people, and that's why I have my circle that I have. I don't give a fuck if you like everything I say, and I'm not going to like everything you say, but be honest. I respect that a lot more than the hand job.
Yeah, don't fucking lie to me, man. I had a big conversation with my ex-wife recently, because sometimes I get into my head, like with anxiety and shit. There's actually proof that shows that if you're lacking omega-3s and you're creating too much serotonin in your brain, because you create it in two places. So if you create too much in the back part of the brain, that's what creates hyper psychosis, where you start hallucinating and like shit starts to become real. So you can imagine, like, in a normal person, schizophrenia. So in a normal person, like when that dopamine level starts getting too high, or was it serotonin? One of those hormones that it gets too high, it makes you paranoid. And so what happens is when I get emotional, that I know my body now. It's because my levels are up, and I start thinking of the worst case scenario with people. Like this dude's probably fucking, like I do with this new job I have. Like, this dude's probably playing games. He probably just doesn't want to like tell me no. It's probably just God, what is that? What was that? Oh, come on. I'm getting feedback. Oh, fuck. There we go. It went away. I think whatever that was about. What were we talking about? Oh, paranoia.
Yeah, serotonin levels and dopamine.
Well, I did the same thing where I would think people are lying to me or being dishonest with me based on things that I think and what I know, and then like applying what I know about people and certain people and making scenarios. And why did I get on this topic?
I don't know.
You said something that made me think about.
We were talking about Potter Family, and I was talking about fakeness and the hand jobbiness of that whole situation.
Lying.
So my point was, I tried to build my audience without it, so that I know I have a fucking audience. And it's not a lot of people. It's maybe 20, but it's 20 fucking people who enjoy either me or me speaking to somebody. Great. So he invited me to this bracket thing, Tony, and it's my first like competition or like really putting any effort into the podcast thing, right? I'm really competitive, so I get excited. I'm like, all right, let's do this. Fuck it. 64 teams, in the very beginning, just like a March Madness bracket. Mm-hmm. And do the first one, I do a little bit of promoting, and I think I picked up like 50 votes in that one. And the other one barely got 12. Kick the shit out of the first people. And that's a point with the whole podcast thing. A lot of these folks, they just get retweeted and liked, but they're not listening to your goddamn show. Like, I know my numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So, first round goes well. Second round, same thing. End up, like, kicking the shit out of this other team. And it's like, well, that's pretty cool, you know? But they're doing these things for 5 days, taking votes. So you're promoting and mention and follow Friday. You know, you're just jumping in and saying, "Hey guys, come vote for this shit," right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got obsessed with it, Tony. I got to a point where I was reading the fucking like votes and looking at the percentages and trying to figure out like how many votes were here, how many it would take like to stay. The first 2 rounds go great. Get into the third round. It's a podcast that has a relatively large following. Right, as far as I can tell. But they're just not promoting a lot, which is strange. Like, if you've got a lot of people listening to your show, you're probably going to have a pinned, where your show is. You're going to have some other stuff going on. You're going to be talking to people, interacting. These folks just kind of weren't doing that. And they, in the first 2 rounds, got a lot of votes. And I was like, okay, this is a big deal team. So when I get up against this, I'm really going to have to push. So I make it. We end up going up against these motherfuckers. And I'm like, all right, let's really see what we can do here. I get on. They got a big lead already. It's like 60 votes out the gate, and I've got like 12. And I'm like, oh, shit. So I start pushing. I'm, hey, guys, fucking get in there. Let's send some votes. We end up going 2 days. The fucking votes get up to like 200, like 204, something like that, right? It's 52 to 48%. And what they don't understand is I'm watching these fucking votes like a hawk. Like, I'm every hour checking them. Like, come on, what I got to do? Let's get this shit up. So 8 o'clock, 204 votes, 52 to 48%. And I go to a spot, I come out, and I pull my phone out and look at it, and it goes up to 265 votes. And it shifted, put me down to like 42% to 58. And I'm like, 65 votes? That's a lot to come in an hour. What the fuck is that about?
Mm-hmm.
And by the second hour, it was up to 200 votes. And I go... Or up to 100 more votes. It was 300 total, 304. And I go, how the fuck did these assholes get 100 votes in 2 hours when it took 2 days to get 200 total votes between the two of us? So my shit starts, my flag starts going up. I'm like, these motherfuckers are cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
That's fucking dirty, man.
Been obsessed with this shit, and I go, they're cheating. I just saw it. So I talked to Shane. He's one of the admins of the whole fucking thing, and I go, Shane, these guys are cheating. And he goes, man, I don't know. He's like, short of creating fake accounts and voting, like, how could they? And I go, I mean, I get your point, but you can't do anything, and it's okay, fuck it, I guess we'll just see what happens. So I tell my friends, I tell Ray and B-Rob, we're having a conversation, and I'm pissed. Tony, I'm so fucking mad, and it's stupid that I'm this pissed off about it, but I really got upset because I'm like, there's not even a fucking prize. I said, this asshole, decided that he wanted to fucking throw up an extra 100 votes because I got close. I said, that's fucked up, but I don't know what to do. And then Rob sends me a link, and he's like, here's the link. And we look at it, and you can get 100 votes for $8.
Wow.
So I'm looking at it, and I go, $8? Huh. That's fucked up. This motherfucker got an extra 100 for $8.
What a loser.
Now, I'm sitting here,
and I said, smart person, dude, that needs to fucking spend $8 to feed his ego.
Right. And I go, what the actual fuck? I send that shit to Shane. Shane goes, God damn it. I was trying to have friendly competition. This is fucked up. And I go, Shane, I don't, you can't stop it now, so, I mean, I'm pretty pissed about it. I can't promise that nothing is going to get done about this. I don't know. Because I was thinking I might just spend $8 and fucking tie it up.
Fucking beat him at his own game.
Right.
But can you do you? It was his thing though.
So here's the deal. Ray goes, "Oh shit, you can get 500 votes for $25." And I go, "Yeah, but I'm not going to spend $25." And he goes, "You know what? Fuck these dudes."
Fuck yeah, Ray.
So
yeah, dude.
Within 2 hours, that goddamn vote went up to 300, 500, 700, 900. And it put it at a 70-30 with me in the lead.
Oh, fuck, dude.
So they put up a message that says, "Oh, man, this game is rigged, man." And I said, "You fucking started it."
Oh, fuck.
So now we're at a point where I was pissed, and I said, "Look, if they're going to win, fuck them. They're going to have to pay for it. You know?
Yeah.
This is some shit. I'm not going to let you take it for $8. You can kiss my dick hole." Toni, they bought a 500 set too.
Oh shit! Really?
The votes got up to 1,495 votes.
Oh my god, dude!
Toni, we had more fucking votes than they had in the whole goddamn competition thus far, and probably will have in the whole thing in one round because both of us fucking cheated. And I just said, "Look, I'm the kind of guy that if you fucking punch me in the dick, please believe I'm gonna poke you in the eye. Like it's."
You're gonna get equally hurt.
And that's what happened. I got mad because you tried to be sneaky about it and sneak in an extra 100 because you had gotten around 200 votes in your last thing. And I go, bitch, we're going to take this out of the park. So we're fucking cheating. Let's do this. And they obliged. And so we really didn't say shit back and forth to each other. We just kind of realized like we both kind of showed our ass a little, and we just shut the fuck up for the last couple days. And so Shane,
that shit sounds like it pissed me off.
We just kind of, this morning I woke up and somebody commented on it and said, both of these people cheated to get votes. And said they should both be disqualified because they obviously both paid for votes. And I got on there and I said, I 100% agree. I said, I'll fucking take the loss.
Yeah, fuck this.
Because that was the point. I would have gladly lost to this dude. But what happened is I got close and somebody panicked. I can't say if it was the person who's in charge. It might have been a friend, just like for me it was a friend. But somebody made a mistake, and I was like, "Oh, I have the internet too. God damn it!"
I know. I just don't. I would have like put that on blast so hard, dude, because that's just a weak, pathetic person, displaying his weakness on the internet. Like, how fucking weak are you?
That's the first half. So today, and. You know what? After the fact, I was really pissed, and I did start kind of plastering just copies of our conversations because they kept saying shit, and I would just go like, everybody can see what's happening, right? Like, I hope the next person, if you got 400 fucking votes now, then you should definitely have enough to win the rest of the thing. Let's see if they all show up for the next round, shall we? Just talking shit like that.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man, we let it ride for a couple days, and then this morning we got up and somebody said they obviously cheated. They should both be disqualified, and I said, yeah, you're probably right. Then we started talking shit back and forth, which was fun. We kind of made up because then he said, actually, we're both heels like wrestlers. We're both heels in this game. All we need is a badass manager. I will accept nobody but Jimmy motherfucking Hart. And I put up a picture of the Nasty Boys.
That's funny.
It's silly, and this afternoon it actually started a huge fucking fight between the other people in the group, and it surprised me.
Thank God. You know why? They got this big article. I don't know if it was Stone or Time Magazine or something. They got a hashtag Modern Family article, and after that, it just went to fucking the dudes' heads, man. It went to, like, not all of them, because I know one, and I'm still his buddy, but I just didn't like where they took it. Like, You know what I mean? They just I don't like anybody that's trying to exclude somebody because they think differently, talk differently, or like if you're just like if you're inciting like true violence and true hatred on people, and it's not a comedy, and you know what I mean? Like if it's a legitimate hate podcast where it's just like yeah, no, you know what I mean? But they excluded me, Ray, a couple people that like my show is funny, dude. And you know what I believe? I think he started excluding people when they started doing big numbers. Because I know I started doing good numbers early in the game because I hustled hard, but
Mm.
I was very blunt and brash and like I don't know if you ever have listened to any of the old GSMH. That's like four of them or something, but you'll hear it's a little different. It's a little different. I think I don't know, man. It's just come on. Like I wouldn't exclude somebody because they are different. I just wouldn't pay attention to them. You know?
I think that now it's kind of turned into this other kind of machine. They don't really exclude anybody. They'll let anybody in now, you know? And that's
Well,
the other thing is it gets a lot of people across your fucking timeline, but it hasn't really shown a lot of numbers for me yet. So,
it's
but we'll see where this thing goes because it's starting to narrow down. And believe it or not, after I started a huge argument this afternoon with the rest of the people in the brackets because I basically posted a thing with the link to the fucking thing to buy the votes with a note that said, "Hey, you dropped this." I used it. Then you used it again, motherfucker. And I said, "Good luck to you, whoever you face in the next fucking round." And I posted it in everybody else's bracket that was
yeah.
still competing. And then finally somebody said something, I said something, and it started this huge fucking argument because apparently somebody else's numbers seemed a little too sweet right off the bat
Right out.
for the amount of promoting they were doing. I mean, if you look at my feed right now, it's
Yeah.
full, of me reaching out to people, and these other motherfuckers would just have one thing that says, "Hey, vote for me," and then end up with 200 votes. I know what you're doing, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's that famous.
So what
Like
happened
if you
is
look at Joey Diaz or Tom, like any of those guys' things when they do shit or when they do voting, it's almost always a 10% ratio in any scale. So if you have 10,000 people looking at your shit, you're gonna get 100 likes.
hmm
Is that sounds about right, right? Or is it 1,000?
I think it's 1,000.
Whatever. Okay, and
It's
then if that has a poll, it's not gonna be an even like to fucking retweet to fucking vote ratio. It's gonna be either you vote and you scroll, or you just like it and scroll. Almost hardly ever people like and fucking vote unless they're Uber fans. And Uber fans, I mean,
true.
they're there, but they're not there. That's why it's a ratio to how many you actually have, to your
So I,
actual reach. That's why you have impressions, and then you
mhm.
have actual engagement. So that many people seen your shit, that many people engaged your shit. And then they even have a sub analytics that tell you the people that engaged it stuck around for this long. The people that
Right.
engaged it actually clicked on the link. You know,
I look at them. I know exactly what you're talking about,
it's
man.
it's and that
That's,
that's what happened to me with podcasting, dude. Like when my
it's kind of
podcast was
obsessed.
doing great numbers, I was obsessed, and that's why like I have a hard time giving 100% of my energy to anything now that I know I'm not gonna get. I don't have 100% of everything I need, like
Right.
with this job. Like I'm upset. When I get obsessed, bro, I get obsessed, and I I, I think that's why I don't like that guy from Potter Family because he's
Yeah.
obsessed with himself. He's not obsessed with Potter Family. Because if he was obsessed with Potter Family, he would grow popular shows and he wouldn't be a fucking cunt. Because he's a cunt, but in the background, in the shade.
I can believe it. I mean,
Like
I
I
spoke
got, dude, I was a part of the
just
group like
yeah.
when it was first like sorta new back before Ray, before I no after I met Ray. Um, like it was cool. We were on the group chat. We would all talk and vote on each other's shit. We would post our fucking tweet. Everybody would retweet. You get like an instant 80 retweets. And then so out of nowhere, Ray got kicked out. Then I got kicked out, and then I don't know who else got kicked out, but like people just started getting kicked out right after that article, and it's just like, come on, man, come on, man, come on.
Tony, there's so many people that use that hashtag now. I feel silly talking about it because I'm a grown up and
Yeah,
it's funny to be like hashtag and all this shit, but
I don't use that hashtag ever. It's not even effective on Instagram. Instagram, I don't know. I don't know if it's different or what, but I've already like understand the hashtag game. It's got to be whatever your image is about. That's all. It can't be all podcast because it needs to be image related for Instagram. And it's great because you gain new listeners, so you can often be their first show
hmm,
rather
yeah,
than gaining already podcast listeners.
I
Because
can't.
but you can't do Instagram.
No, I can't do another social media. I'm on Twitter too much now.
Yeah, I think Twitter. I think Twitter. I think you should give Twitter up and just stick with Instagram. Instagram's simple. It's
Yeah,
simple. You don't. I mean, you don't have to get in those long things. There's no Potter family group. Nothing. I don't know. It's simpler. You get the message across faster with Instagram because it's an image.
can
It
I tell
doesn't
you?
have to be you. It could be what you're doing.
I found a new podcast.
Really?
I did. Do you listen to a lot of shows anymore,
I
Tony?
don't listen to anything anymore except Joe Rogan.
Okay.
And even then, I don't listen unless I see a name I know, or like, or whatever.
So I'm in a group chat with a bunch of other podcasters, and it's the only reason I keep it open is because it's easy to just like and retweet some shit for maybe having something that pops up that I can use.
Yeah,
It's already been like anybody need a guest for and I'm like, this could be cool in a pinch. Like if it's Saturday and somebody backs out, I can be like, hey, anybody want to do the show tonight? To 50 people.
mm,
So I don't mind that, and it's literally a button push away. You just boop, and then you get access to that. I'm down with that. Um, shit. So I find this article about this show called "Who Are These Podcasts?" Have you heard of this show?
no, that's a smart show though. That's a
Oh,
very smart podcast to have.
Tony.
Fuck.
Okay. So
Why do people always have to come up with the good ideas, man?
Who Are These Podcasts is a show with this guy who listens to podcasts
On his
and
podcast?
roast, critique.
Oh, fuck, man.
So here's the thing.
Ugh.
I listened to the first episode I listened to. I had Juliet Miranda on my show this week from the Unwritable
I
Rant.
couldn't even get her on my show.
I had her come by. We talked for a while. I listened to a small snippet from this dude. It's like a 20-minute little deal, and he talks about how he had to pull his recent episode because he hurt somebody's feelings, and they tried to get him fired from his job. Said whoever the fuck he talked about got really pissed and fucking basically was
That
threatened.
sounds like some person. That sounds like he gave out his podcast to a coworker.
Let me tell you. So, and I haven't even listened to. This is just a snippet of, and the tag in the chat said, "This I don't agree with everything they say, but it's fucked up that these guys are getting bullied. Check this out. Listen to the thing." And I go, "All right, let me check it out." He's very, he's very critical, but the thing is, it's necessary. It's almost like a Simon Cowell on American Idol kind of thing.
He's brutal, but it's fair. Like it's like, yeah.
Right. So
Good.
he listened, and they listened to a show. It's him and a co-host. They both listen to it. They don't talk about it until they get to the show, and they bring clips to prove their points of whatever it is about how good or bad or awful or great the show is.
Uh-huh.
They will fucking rip people apart, Tony. Like the meanest shit.
Yeah.
It is. So I listened to the first episode I listened to was about Juliet's show.
Okay.
I've listened to a lot of episodes of her show.
I've only listened to one. Or not even. Okay, go ahead.
Apparently, people recommend their shows. They say, hey, why don't you check this out? And then they go, all right. And that's how they get the shows that they decide to do.
Uh-huh.
Dave fucking recommended their show. But I don't know if he actually listened and knew what was going to happen. Or maybe he did, and he's just that kind of a dude. Because here's the deal, man. It's brutal, but it's fair advice. What they're saying is true. I had to listen to like 6 episodes for it to grow on me. Because the first...
because you'd have to establish yourself.
Tony,
in order for people to take that feedback.
Were so fucking rude when they were talking about what was going on. But they were right. Yeah. Like, I listen to enough podcasts now. I recommended my show. I was like, hey, try mine. I said, you're not going to hurt my fucking feelings. I'll take some constructive criticism if you've got it. Because I already know what some of my bad habits are. But I enjoy this. And I hope to get better at it as we progress. And that's my plan. So, who are these podcasts? Get you a couple episodes of that if you're interested in listening.
Sounds dope.
People out there. The guy Carl, he's brutally honest, and he's kind of a cunt, but it's a good show.
I'm jealous,
man. He's like the Anthony Jeselnik of podcasts right now. Like, he's got people so pissed. He reads 1-star reviews. He's got 150 1-star reviews because he hurts people's feelings. Because people aren't used to real honesty, man.
That's why people don't like me. People don't like me because I'm honest and well, there's no filter. You know, there's no ego protection.
That was my deal with the Podern Family thing. Like, I don't like. You can be fake, but don't expect me to believe it. I can play along.
Well, be fake, but don't expect me to take you serious. Right.
So that was the deal. Is I'm sitting here looking at this, going, well, this guy is he's being a dick, but I respect it.
He's being a cuntsicle.
You need to be honest with people.
Well, I don't think I guess delivery does. If the delivery is dickish, then yeah.
It's like a roast,
But there's constructive criticism, right? So there's offered ways to fix it, though. Right?
There is.
So then
in there.
He's just being.
He admits that he's not like, I'm the best podcast and shit like that. He says it through the thing. He's like, I'm not fucking great, but you fucking suck. Like, you're rambling, like, you're not interesting. Like, what the fuck do you have to talk about? Why are you interrupting your guests? Why are you fucking, why aren't you cutting your sound together? What's up with the pregnant pauses? Stop saying and like and what the fuck? They'll do a supercut of somebody going like.
See, I've always thought about that, like doing it on Ray's show every time they suck on the robot dick.
Right.
That bugs the shit out of me on that show. It's just like, fucking stop. I told him too so many times. I told him, fucking stop.
I can't fuck with those big coil vaporizers, and really the only time I fuck with this one is when I'm sitting in here because I like to be smoking shit while I'm talking.
I got this right now.
You got what?
This wax. That's all I got for dabbing.
Oh, dab on that hoe.
For dabbing. I can't do it. My daughter told me to never do it again because I couldn't do it right.
It's the first time I've ever dabbed in my life, Tony Ray.
Yeah. See, that's probably why you didn't give it no thought. Yeah, I gave it thought. So my daughter was like, "No, Dad, no." She acted like she was gonna jump out of the car while I was moving.
I gotta stop. I need to figure out how to breathe out of my nose.
Well, if it's stuffy all the time, it's kind of hard.
I got hit in the nose a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't work so great.
You can kind of tell. Well, right here, my bone actually sticks past my nostril line because my fucking nose has been broken this way, I think, or this way. Like every time I get punched in it breaks. Almost like every single time.
I got smacked and hit across the nose a lot. I had nosebleeds real bad when I was a kid. But also, after my accident, I had like tubes and cameras and all kinds of shit shoved up my nose. Had a
Good.
feeding for a little while. And I think it legit wrecked my sinuses. I did blow for, a month or two. And it's just, I think the combination of just some hard living might have really deviated my old septum.
Well, yeah, definitely. My septum's deviated on this side. I can't, man. But this side, I can stick like my whole finger in there. It happens sometimes, man. I really have to like blow my nose and clear it out in order to
Hmm?
consciously breathe out of my nose. Otherwise, I just mouth breathe.
Every once in a while, the fucking planets will align and the stars will shine. And I'll walk outside on like a cool evening and my sinuses will open all the way up and I will take a huge, just the deepest fucking breath through my nose. It almost stings the back of my head, like the middle part where the brain meets my spine. I breathe in
Like,
so fucking
yeah,
deep, and
yeah.
oh, that's what that's supposed to feel like. Then I realize, like, my
Getting
nose is
oxygen finally.
fucked up because that never happens to me on any other day. It's just once in a while I'll realize, oh, buddy, your nose is all kinds of fucked. It's probably affecting my sleep. It's
Yeah,
yeah, I might have to get some nose surgery. That's what I'm thinking.
yeah. Go for it. I'd do it. My nose was clear the other day. Like I don't know, Saturday or something. Like right before it started raining out here, it got like I just woke up one day feeling great. Like I went to work, I was working all day, I came home, just like everything. I could smell fucking everything. And I got in the house, the fucking house smells like fucking smells terrible. Needs to get my carpet cleaned. I am getting used to a terrible smell.
Oh, I hate that.
Right? Like
You know,
I'm very picky on smell, and like I like to take care of that shit. But like obvious, the carpet's ancient. It's got like thousands of cat piss stains on it, and I've been getting the carpet washed once a year since I've lived here, and it still just like creeps out, dude. I have to get it all replaced, and so I guess maybe that's my body's way of just dealing with that annoying ass smell all the time.
I was gonna say that. That was another point I was gonna make. Is I think certain points in my life I've kind of not breathed out of my nose just for fear of
Yeah.
the smell, and yeah, I gotta figure that out. I gotta learn to start breathing out of my nose, and if I can't, then I gotta get it fixed.
Yeah. I mean, if you can get it fixed, that'd be dope.
That's a deep breath through the nostrils. I am not sick. I feel perfectly fine. This is it's all jacked up,
That is
bro.
not cocaine that he is snorting up his nose.
Gentlemen, ladies, don't hit your kids in the face.
Just don't
It,
hit him.
it can cause real problems. So when you think about it, when you really
Yeah.
push to the brink and you cock that shit back, take a second and think about how your kid might be 30 one day and
Trying to breathe.
noxiously mouth breathing and snoring and ruining
All
fucking
your
people's
fault.
lives.
All your fault for hitting him in the nose.
Hit them in the ribs. Everybody fucking
Yeah.
knows that, you
Right in
dick.
well, not in the ribs, just in the lower regions. Where all the meat's at.
All the riblets.
Yeah, stay away from the bones.
You gotta check them little motherfuckers once in a while. You get them right up under, you take your elbow, and you just go, whah!
My son tries to fight me still.
Does he?
Yeah, we play fight. He knows. He knows I'm still the man. I
Yeah,
show him how strong I am, like, so he gets a reference point of like, because I know when I was younger, I always imagined strength, but once I experienced another person's strength compared to me, that is some shit right there. That's like what's going on in Dragon Ball Z right now, Dragon Ball Super. I've been
Drag.
following that shit. You don't know nothing about that Dragon Ball?
I watched maybe 2 episodes when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
yeah.
Normally, when I say Dragon Ball Z, I'm like, Dragon Balls. That's what it
Dragon
says.
Balls.
You like
Yeah.
dragons? And dragon these nuts
Dragon.
across your face.
That's what they're doing. They're going around everywhere finding dragons balls. Dragon. But yeah, like the idea in there is like he one of the guys he's the final guy wanted to become strong because he was too weak. right? And Goku becomes stronger when he experiences another person's strength. So it was like
Huh?
this cool battle between them. But yeah, you need. I forgot what I was saying.
You were talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but why was I talking about strength?
Uh, strength. I was talking about getting hit in the face. I said, don't hit your kids because they might get older.
Oh, I was talking about when I play fight with my son.
That's what it was. Yeah, give him a
Yeah.
reference point. Look at us. Hey,
Hey, full circle.
what
Yeah, I
up?
just want him to try. I want him to always to try to be better than me. I think
Yeah,
that I don't think that's like if you do it right. Like if I show him the proper amount of love and the proper amount of discipline, there'll be that perfect sort of like not perfect, nothing's perfect, but like a
right.
respect out of fear and love, like but not like out of malicious fear. Does that make sense? Not like, oh, he used to beat me, but he loved me at the same time. But no, like he loved me all the time, but when I fucked up, he corrected me, type of thing. And if I fuck up again, he'll also correct me. So, and then there's this psychological thing where you also want to be like and be better than the person that you look up to, and oftentimes that's the person you look up to is the person that showed you the love and the discipline.
That's true. The person that you're scared of, but also you'll tell them stuff. That's
Yeah.
what you need.
It's a different kind of. We gotta come up with a different kind of word than fear and scare. Because like the way society, this is what I was talking about earlier. Like you understand what I'm saying, but there's people out there that probably think I mean like fear, like cages and torture and shit. And no,
Maybe you have to whoop somebody's ass in front of your kid. No, that's
ooh,
not
that's
good.
embarrassing. Yeah,
Yeah, because then they
that's
they get a feel.
psychological.
Yeah. Then you end up like that one little fucking kid in Walmart that was kicking that bitch in the head that his
Yeah,
mama.
yeah, exactly. You get one of those little fucktards.
Oh
That
man,
kid will get choked out. I will drop the people's elbow on his ass in front of everybody, then
throwing
drag him out by his ankle.
throwing shampoo bottles at some bitch he didn't even know and kicking in the head while his mama was trying to fight, but she didn't do a lot of cardio, so they were on the ground kind of
Oh,
scrapping.
that one. Oh, that we're telling a little fat white kid.
No, this was a skinny Mexican kid.
Yeah, yeah, I seen that. Yeah, that's just ghetto shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's that's because all they had was their mom. Because if their dad wasn't there, none of that would happen. Dad would have just come on, let's go, fuck out of this aisle.
Could
Unless
you
you're ignorant too. Anyways, what?
could you imagine if your mom was one of those people
She
like the
was.
I'm gonna get into a fight person?
Well, my mom got into fights. I don't know if she was ignorant enough to get into fights. I don't know if she was instigating them at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen my mother in physical altercations multiple times.
Maybe that's it. Maybe you need a punching bag or something. You gotta see your parents whipping something's ass. And then maybe you gotta catch a spanking or two. I'm not against it. I'm saying it's a last line of defense.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
it's
think whooping a kid's ass is important for life threatening situations.
yeah.
Like it should be used for situations where you're gonna strike fear into their heart and it's gonna cause a memory. And they're
Yeah.
gonna
Unless
recall
you're
that memory to make a decision. You know?
walk, walking into the street, like
Yeah.
certain ones that you gotta
You
give them a
can't
lip.
you can't pleasantly tell them they're gonna die. You need to make them feel like they're gonna die, and then tell them that being hit by that car is gonna be way worse.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there has to be a reference point. We're a species that evolves from negativity. We That's the only way we've ever evolved is from something negative. If we want our kids to evolve intellectually and a lot faster than someone else's kids that we're playing that nice bullshit game with, like I don't think I've ever met a kid that's played that nice bullshit game and had any real common sense in the real world.
Yeah.
And it's like that is unfair. Like I get it. Everybody wants it to be nice. Everybody wants it to be nice and comfortable. That's just not the fucking way it is, man. It's unfair to send someone out in the world thinking that that's the way the world is. Granted, that might be the way we want the world, but this isn't a situation where you fake it till you become it. This isn't that situation. It's not how the world. That's how you die, and that's how you get used. That's how you get pimped out. That's just how bad shit happens, yo. We don't want bad shit to happen to our kids, so we gotta beat the fuck out of them sometimes.
It's hope. That's the emotion that makes the difference in all that.
Hope.
A person who is loved and cared for, and
Okay. There's
not
there's
they have a sense of hope. That means it's the feeling that everything's going to be okay.
yes. It's
At least,
yes, because like even in your weakest moments, dude, like we're resilient fucking things on this planet. Like we're the most resilient species almost ever aside from the cockroach. But when it comes to evolving on multiple variations of levels simultaneously and whatever, or even fucking in a short period of time, we can evolve emotionally, mentally, physically. We can change ourselves, and knowing that if you lose your job, you lose your wife, you lose everything, you still have someone that loves you. That you're
right.
still worth something. You still have value. So it's like this little spark of energy in your soul. I guess sort of like hope. And the fucking hope is the shining light in the darkest of hours. So there's still hope for success because there is love, and with love comes certain emotional responsibilities like making sure you don't disappoint somebody or let someone down, even though that would seem selfish if the other person was like, "Oh, you let me down, you're a failure." The idea of that person feeling like you, like failing someone that you really look up to and admire and love and respect because of the sacrifices they made for you, man, it's got to be a powerful driving force in somebody.
Yeah.
Because like really, me, it's myself. Now it's my kids because like my daughter. I can't let my daughter down. Like she's just equivalent. She replaced that what that was. Like now I can't let her down. I can't fail
Yeah.
because she's grown up seeing me struggle and work hard, work hard, work hard, and then like at the end of all that hard work, she's gonna see me just give up. So that's like a force where it's like even when I feel like giving up, like I feel like giving up a lot, but it's like I can't. There's one person that as long as I never quit, that could be something that makes her never quit. And then now that she's afforded the things that I've never been afforded, now she's gonna have my wisdom and guidance with credit and schools and education and dating and marriage. She's gonna take me seriously when I give her advice because she's seen me, she witnessed it, and I've talked to her about it. I didn't hide it from her. I don't think you should hide anything from your children because once they find out you hid it from them, there's an ounce of distrust. There's an ounce
Yeah.
of distrust, and you want absolute trust from your children. And then sometimes that means telling them things about yourself you're not proud of, or your failures. Sometimes it's what you think in the moment, like, hey, I was really mad, and this is why I was really mad, or explaining a drama that's going on in your life, not excluding them, and
Yeah.
explaining to them how you should deal with it. How like it's a good way for you to fucking rationalize your anger too, because you have to explain things to your children in a fair, rational way that is unbiased and that is educational. So
Yeah.
so it helps you deal with your own life's problems.
If,
It's I don't know. Maybe I should write a book, but I just don't have it into me to sit down and write.
hey, PSA: if you need to talk yourself through some shit, try explaining it to a fucking 3-year-old. That's a great plan.
Yeah, man.
Just sit down and
What did
just
I say at the beginning of the podcast or the beginning of the show? Almost everything in this fucking world is simple as fuck.
yeah.
And a lot of times, if we take it down to if we had to explain it to a 3-year old, I don't know why it sounds weird, but if you had to explain it to a 3-year-old, how would you do it? And I think if things were explained on that level, like everything can be explained on that level. It's not going to be precise. It's not going to be grammatically correct, but the understanding of said whatever it is going to be it's going to be accomplished. The goal of understanding is going to be accomplished. Now, do you master it? Do you completely understand it? No, but you understand the basic parameter of the idea enough to go, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like that's all it is. I mean, I don't know if it's hard because I can do it. I don't know if it's hard, but it feels simple to me.
I don't know, man. I think a lot of people struggle.
I think the struggle comes from within. It's all ego. It's all just you, man. I really think that like a lot of people hold up on this idea that they're out of control of themselves. Even their thoughts, man. Even like I have my thoughts, I acknowledge them, and then I manipulate them. Like, granted, I am not my thoughts. My thoughts are me. So I can get a like I can like I'd be like earlier today I just wanted to quit that other job. I'm just like fuck this, and then I was gonna get another job, and then I fucking turned that job down because then I realized yeah I don't want to do that shit either because then I have to sacrifice my happiness, and now I'm like well if I fucking just push a little harder on this end, maybe this end will start picking up more. And how much work am I really doing? So once I had that thought, I started self checking myself. You know what I mean? Like we all have thoughts, but we don't like it. It probably takes probably okay. This is what I recommend: 1 hour or 30 minutes, whatever the most amount of time that you can take out of your day to sit there and just think and to to pick one fucked up thing about yourself that you just fucking can't stand. One choice, one decision, one argument, one negative thing going on right now that you have to deal with. Instead of jacking off, which is another way to do it, but instead of doing that,
That
you
one
sit
happens
there and
later
you just
on.
fucking think, man. You dwell on that shit, dwell on it, dwell on it, dwell on it, and then try to explain it to a 3-year-old why you sat there and dwelled on some stupid ass shit for an hour. Try
Yeah.
to explain that, and then see if you do it again. See if you dwell on some stupid shit again. Yeah, you start not dwelling on stupid shit more often because you're practicing. You're practicing keeping the stupid shit out of your mind, and the only way you can do that is to think about it. It's ironic, but it's simple.
Boom.
You just have to think about it. Be fair to yourself. Be honest. Love yourself. Love yourself like you love your 3-year-old. That's the best way you can do. Treat yourself like you treat a 3-year-old, man. That's fun. Like if you do that, you're gonna be fucking great. Because I treat my 3-year-old great. He gets food always. He gets nutritional food always. I make sure he plays as much as I possibly can get him to play. I allow him to get dirty so that he can get bacteria. I allow him to jump off of things to make mistakes because
Right.
I understand that those were big learning points for me. And I think my mom trying to keep me from being rambunctious, ask a lot of questions, be hyper, and run around. I think she hindered me a lot. I think she held me back on a lot of my potential because those, like now that I better understand how the body works, I can see how those things are important in the developing ages. You know, like so love yourselves. Basic fucking thing of the story, man. Okay, talk to yourself like you're a 3-year-old. Love yourself like you're a 3-year-old. Basically, you're a 3-year-old.
Be
Okay,
honest.
yeah,
If
be a
you want to
3-year-old.
grow, if you
The
want to
honest
fuck,
3-year-olds are honest.
yeah, be honest with yourself, and you can grow. That's how that works.
I don't understand people that don't want to grow though. I don't understand that.
I get comfortable, and I want to, but I'm starting to shimmy out a little bit. I think, shaking it up a little bit, baby. We
Yeah,
gotta get the train rolling.
you can't get too comfortable, man.
Put on a few extra dad pounds. Like I think I'm just about sick enough of myself, Tony. That plus it's been cold, so that's the other thing.
You could
It's
practice Wim Hof, bro.
practice what? Oh,
Wim
the wind.
Hof.
I do that
Yeah,
sometimes. That breathing shit where
do
you
that shit
breathe.
every day.
Yeah.
Do what I do, but I'm doing it like I'm doing shit out here, like in my jacuzzi where I could barely put my fucking legs in the water. It's so hot, and then I'll ease myself in to where like I legit feel like I'm high when I get out, dude. I'm like all fucking, I'm all wobbly and shit. That is amazing for your body. And so
Oh,
the same thing with the cold. Practice, go out there butt naked and freeze for like, sit out there and breathe and then be fucking, and just imagine what it'll do for you. Like, if you're good now, imagine how much better you feel with positive shit running through your body, taking care of things, healing shit. Maybe your sinuses will fucking go away. Maybe you'll breathe better simply from fucking doing the Wim Hof method. And all you
man.
gotta do is just do it. That's it. It requires no money. You don't have to drive anywhere. You just gotta take what, 30 minutes out of your day to prepare and do it because I'm sure you're not gonna last long in the beginning. So at the
Yeah.
beginning, it's gonna be short. You already know it's gonna be short. So fucking just every day, give yourself an extra minute, another minute, and then by the fucking time you're fucking pumped up, you're the next Wim Hof, you're fucking breathing out of your nose, you're not snoring, You're killing it. You become the newest fucking leader of the Potter family. All
Right.
because you fucking started
Stop with
doing.
his
You picked
hand.
up one thing. That's it. Just one extra hobby, one extra thing, and it's something that positively benefits you in the long run. You know what I mean? Like, why not? What excuse other than you don't want to?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only real excuse you can give is like I don't want to do it. That's it, and that's understandable. At least you're being honest, because it is a big fucking choice. It's like picking up arrows or picking up the fact that now that I'm not doing the keto diet anymore. I'm on a high sugar diet now that I'm bodybuilding. I'm like lifting more weight, so I have a higher glycemic index, which means I need more sugar. So I do
Fucking-
that different. Like I do a bunch of different shit all the time to keep my boring ass life interesting, and to seem interesting and relevant.
Gotta
But I don't
keep
know. I don't
keep
know, dude. I could be
train.
wrong. Could be wrong
Oh,
about all this
Tony.
shit.
Hey, did you see my new piece? You
Yeah,
see
it's
this?
all Saint. Is it also clay silicone?
It is.
Nice,
And
nice.
it fucking half. Look at dun, dun,
That's
dun.
the old lady can't fuck that one up unless she tries to use it up her butt.
Silicone Gandalf. I break this motherfucker in half like yonder. Bing.
See, that's dope. You can stuff it in your pocket. You
You
can
can
take it
fold it up.
hiking.
You can stick it in alcohol and hydrogen peroxide and apparently just wipe the shit off
Yeah,
of it.
dude. Yeah, nothing sticks. Like it just coats the top, and then you can just rubbing alcohol can rub it right off.
I tell you,
Peroxide I get because it bubbles everything to the top. But
if you happen to get yourself a silicone pipe, please note that for the first probably 15 bowls, it's going to hit like a beer can.
oh, just like fucking harsh and fast.
I don't know when the last time you smoked out of a beer can was, but
I don't because I'm a grown up now and it's legal.
oh, bro, I've done it a few times in the last couple years.
I
Just when
turned
you,
down a job because of that. Anyways, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, they're
It's not
harsh.
supposed to be good for you, dude.
No, it sucks. But if you don't have anything else to smoke out of, you just smoke out of a beer can.
Yeah,
I can make a weed pipe out of just about anything.
anything, right? Yeah.
Guys, yeah. I made one out of a roll.
I made a bong out of this. Here, let me show you.
I can't see.
I'll show you right now. I took this and I put the lid from this. You can see it after. And it's a big Arizona sweet tea, fucking 1 gallon.
Nice.
And I filled it up water to the bottom of the handle, poked the hole in the handle, put the vape thing or the thing on top, and it hit it like that, like a giant bong.
I think I saw that on another.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I think you did. Yeah.
Not bad. There's a few. Like I said, you really just have to know where to put holes in something. And fucking weed pipe out of anything. Like I did a roll, no shit, a couple months ago at my buddy's house. I took a dinner roll. I fucking took a piece of foil. I poked a hole in it with my thumb, placed it. I took a kebab stick, shoved it in the fucking one end, made a mouthpiece and a carb, and fucking smoked out of a roll, and then passed it to my buddy. He just started laughing at me. He was like, "You're fucking stupid." And I go, "What up, dude?"
Fucking MacGyver. Fucking trailer park MacGyver.
Some of the easiest ones. Dude, a Pringles can is probably one of the easiest things to smoke out of besides a beer can.
Well, yeah.
Just had to put a.
fucking bowl on the top and just.
You ever make a reverse gravity bong? That's one of my favorites.
Is that where you? No. What is that?
It's a bottle. You know how like a gravity bong, you take like a bottle, you fill a bucket with water, you put the bottle in, you pull the bottle up to suck the air out, and then it fills up with the smoke.
Uh-huh.
So we would use Sobe bottles. Remember the glass fucking Sobe bottles?
Yeah.
You take one of those, you poke a hole in the fucking bottom of it with a nail or a screwdriver. You just pop it once and make like a little hole. You fill the fucking bottle up with water.
And let it drain out.
And you put the weed in like a little bowl in the top of the lid. And you fucking fill it up with water, take your finger off the water, and hold the lighter to the bowl.
Yeah,
and it just water drains out. It just fills the whole fucking bottle up with this eggnog colored smoke.
Yeah, that's all carcinogens, man. The
Dude.
dark color is the fucking burnt life matter. That's what fucks you up.
Then you take that shit off, and you take it to the head. That's how you get everybody stoned with not a lot of weed.
Yeah, yeah. My tolerance lowered. I didn't smoke for all of February, and I just started smoking like last week. I think, yeah, because I didn't get the job I wanted. Oh yeah, and I also turned down another job recently because I started smoking again, and I was thinking to myself like, if I'm gonna quit smoking, it's gonna be for a job that's worth like quit smoking, you know. And then
Right.
Bob's fucking Discount Furniture. I had a great interview, dude. I was super professional. I looked super fly, and the interview went great. They called me back for the fucking saying that I got a job, not the jobs that I put that I wanted. Like I put good jobs like equipment operator because I have equipment operating background, and I want to do quality control because I have a quality control background, and like, and they pay well. They're well paying jobs. Those are jobs where I'm like I could do without weed. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They call me back talking about they want me to be like a sales floor manager guy, and it's for like way less than what I wanted, and they said that I can't smoke weed, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to turn this down.
I don't know,
I
man.
feel like
You
they only offered me that job because I don't know,
need to
maybe
get some fake piss.
I don't even want to do that. That's fucking no.
Well,
I disagree with the whole fucking argument where we live in a fucking state where weed is legal. Everybody knows weed stores itself in your fat. Everybody knows the staying like you can't stay high, right?
yeah.
So if I
Go,
smoke
go.
weed tonight and go to work tomorrow, that should be perfectly fine because I'm not going to be high in the morning. If I eat
What?
an edible, yes, but that's about being a responsible drug user.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I smoke tonight, I should be able to go to work tomorrow and work. And if I wreck a forklift, it's everybody should know with common fucking sense that it wasn't because of the weed.
That's true. It's insurance companies that are the problem,
Then
dog.
it should be the 12-hour swab. They should on
Yeah.
that understanding, they should know that it is unfair to test you on urine, right? They should do a mouth swab because if you're high on the job, you get a mouth swab, it will pick it up. You will fucking test hot for marijuana. But if you fucking smoke, like if I smoke now and I go to work on fucking even Monday, like it won't come like tomorrow. If I wake up and go, if I get tested in the afternoon, it'll still come clean because I'm not high. They should do a test that will test you to see if you are high. Everybody knows THC stores itself in people's fat, and people are fat. That's not fair.
Everybody.
Everybody's
Li-
fat. That means everybody that is even around weed. You know what I mean? Even like everybody, if we're in a state that smokes weed, we have
That
the
is.
highest fucking. We already beat Colorado on sales tax. Like, and you're gonna tell a fucking veteran like with a great resume, well dressed, very professional, very coherent, very intelligent. You wanted to hire me, but the fact that I smoke marijuana at home, you're not gonna hire me now. In a legal state, and I'm not breaking any laws. That is bullshit. And
It's.
I don't want to work for somebody that runs their business like that.
But
It takes a common sense person to be like, okay, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? Even for insurance should get it too. They like it's not fucking. This isn't 1920s. This isn't fucking the reefer madness. It isn't like we know now what weed does and what it. You know, it's stupid that we're still going off the old propaganda. That's all I'm saying. Pisses
Oh,
me off.
I understand, but I'm also saying I got fucking bills to pay, and fake piss is $40 for the good stuff. And you keep a $40 bottle of piss in your closet, and if you ever have an incident, you fucking go get your piss. And you go to
Man,
Concentra or Quest, whatever the fuck you go to, they're not gonna watch you piss. That's what happens at the PO. Like, don't worry
yeah.
about it. You fucking go in there, you get the piss, you put it in, you pass. It's
Yeah, I
fine.
don't want to do that though, man. I don't
Hey,
like feeling like a liar. I legit don't like it. Like
fuck.
that, even that. Like I'll like on the phone. I could have easily been like said that. Like, yeah, I do need a job. I do
No.
need money. But like, I've gotten to a point of
Hey,
morality where it's a fault. And is it a fault? I turned down a fucking shitty job I didn't want. More people should be doing that. I feel like more people should be chasing their dream. I'm in a position where I sort of can do it, so I'm capitalizing on it. I'm not gonna fucking take this opportunity for granted.
Yeah, because earlier you were complaining about it. It sounded like you got a little pep in your step, Tony, right there. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I
You
am complaining about it. I have to complain about
fucking
it.
ready to rock and roll, huh?
I've been ready to rock and roll. It's just fuck. I have to still wait. Like I texted someone about it. Let's see how like the messages are in between, dude. And it's like 3 4 hours in between messages and shit. And
Yeah, that's right.
I just don't like waiting around on other people to do something that could be done right away. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so if it could be done right away, but you don't have the time to do it, and I clearly have plenty of time to do it, fucking let me do it then. Let me do it. This is my life too. You know, this involves me. You know, like I want to be successful. I want to be successful at what I do, and what I'm doing is actually something that's yours. So, do you not want something of yours to become successful, or somebody to work hard at it? Like I don't understand the hesitance to execute, man. That is the key result. That's the key factor in every successful person. Just executing. That's it. Even like, let's look at famous YouTube channels. Some of them just start like Joe Rogan. He didn't. He evolved as he podcasted. He just did. He just turned it on, and just started going and started talking, and it turned into something. He didn't sit down and have a meeting with people to plan out what the episode's going to be about, what this and this and this and this and this. No, he just did, and that's the basic root of success. It's just executing, just doing, no matter what. Even if it isn't perfect, even if it isn't ideal, like just fucking do it, man. Just do it.
Do it.
Do it. Go ahead. Do it. Just do it. Do it. Come on. Do
Just
it.
do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do
But
it.
yeah, I don't know, man. I'm an intense person. I've come to realize that I'm an intense person.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people can't handle the intensity, man. It's new to them. Like when I was younger, the intensity was applauded because it was directed in the form of jackassery. Do you understand?
Go out like a monkey.
Exactly, all the time, like literal monkey shit. I would be literally climbing on buildings, whatever it was. But my intensity was always 100%. That like they used to say this one thing in high school, fucking Dexter. It used to be everybody said it every time I did something, fucking Dexter, because Dexter was my nickname back in the day. And now I get it. Now I get it. And if I would have had a well put together father that was a little bit wise, could have seen that, fucking directed me in a direction that would have been long term beneficial, you know. And that's, I don't know, man. Like fucking, I don't know why that's a bad. I don't get why that's a bad thing. I feel like more people should be around people like me. More people would reach their potential. More people would have more encouragement. More people would have like just have that no nonsense. Like, what do you mean you can't? What do you mean? Like, why not? Like not being nice, but like, why not? Like a dad would. A dad is not going to be nice. Shouldn't be nice to you if you're a dumbass. Your dad should treat you like a dumbass, and then try to ease you out of the dumbassery. Like, really, that's what you're doing? Like, you know, then you. I don't know. I just think psychologically, ideologically, like those things, everything goes together, man. Like being treated like shit is a good thing. I think sometimes. I think so.
Honesty is the best policy.
Yeah, and sometimes honesty fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people. I've learned to not be honest sometimes. And no, not be honest, but just not talk.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've learned to do. Just not talk sometimes.
That's what I do. I just shut her down. I go. I actually pull from Bambi, and I go. You don't have anything nice to say? I don't say nothing at all. I don't have anything nice to say right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's hard though, man, because like I'm all like, I don't know if I'm like a generous type of person or like a legit caring person, but there's moments where like I find that telling somebody something like that can be hurtful is probably the nicest thing you can do for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like not telling them that thing could be the most fucked up thing.
Yeah.
You know, like on a simple level, like you got fucking spinach in your teeth.
Hey, stop choking yourself while you're jacking off.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't do that, okay?
Not a good idea, bro.
Yeah, there's certain things that you just need a helping hand, no pun intended, to say.
Yeah.
Hey, don't do that, you dumb bitch. Like, do
We
it
get all
this way.
caught up, man. We get all caught up in ourselves, and sometimes we're blind. My ex-wife tried to tell me that I should wait to quit the pool job. She did, but in the moment, I had it all covered. You know.
I'm surely if you needed to clean a pool or two, you could do that on the side hustle, man.
Well, I mean, I probably could. I probably could, but I sold my pool vac, my hammerhead, which made cleaning pools really easy.
Yeah.
And if I had to, I could. I could pick up some side pools and run a side hustle. But to be honest with you, I don't want to do anything I'm not going to be happy doing.
Why
I'm
don't
not
you go
gonna,
clip bud or something, man? Like,
because that's
my job.
I don't fucking know, man. I could grow my own weed too. I wish I
Dude,
could use the field next to my house to grow weed. That'd be dope. But you need money, dude. That's the another big thing is you need money. Like, because I could grow my own weed. I could easily have two businesses right now that I know I could start and be successful at. Two, one for sure. The other one is dependent upon zoning and fucking licenses and issues with the government.
now you finna
But
tell
I
me about.
know that business would be successful. I know it would be successful. Like I don't have a doubt in my mind.
I
But
can't co-sign a fucking loan for you, Tony.
yeah,
Sorry.
nobody fucking can.
I
I'm
can't
I'm
do it.
looking for the one rich fucking guy that wants to invest in something. I'm looking for the one rich dude that wants to make more money in his sleep.
Maybe you should get on like one of those sugar daddy websites
Dude,
from
I tried.
chicks. Sugar daddy.
It doesn't work, man.
So you may not enjoy every encounter, but you don't actually go suck dick or anything like that. But you might show up and be like, "Hey, I'm not gonna. Hey, do you need anything else done around the house, dude? Like, you need me to change your oil or fucking like, clean your basement? I can do all those things.
Just pitching other ideas.
Come on, bro. What's up?"
He's all super gay, and he's like, "No, get over here. I need you to get over here and clean my basement."
Not doing it, bro. I'm sorry.
Damn it!
I just can't. I just can't.
It ain't in me. It ain't who I am. I'm a Christian. My mama
Nah,
said,
shit.
"Yeah."
Big dog. I'm gonna probably have to knock her out here in just a minute. I gotta go to work in the morning.
What time is
So
it?
it is 11:30 here.
9:30. Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right, brother, man. It was nice talking to you. Yeah.
We'll definitely have to do it soon. I don't know when soon is gonna be, but we're gonna try because
Yeah. Just hit me up.
I'm going on a vacation in a couple weeks, so that's gonna be fun. I have some shit to talk about. It'll be good.
Nice vacation, huh? That must be nice.
Yeah, it's been about 3 years since we've done it, so
Yeah.
it's
I've
it's
never
not
been
even
on
special.
vacation.
Just going
Where you
to stay in
going?
a cabin,
In a cabin?
just a cabin in the southern part of the state. We're
That's
gonna go
so
hang
nice.
out and just enjoy nature, put the phones down, and just kind of
That's
reconnect
fucking
for
cool.
3 or 4 days, and then we're gonna drive to Oklahoma City. So it's
That's a
gonna
nice
be.
place. I've been there. That's where I got my chest tattoo.
Oh shit! Wow, it's good talking to you, Bubba.
All right,
And
bro.
we'll pass it around. Hey, I got back into that tournament. That was the end of the thing. I'm back
Oh.
in the bracket. They called. We had like a meeting today, and me and the dude made up. Like we just kind of talked shit back and forth to each other. And it was like, you fucked up, right? And he was like, yeah, I'm sorry. And I go, dude, whatever. I was like, we both cheated. Fuck it. And they asked us, you guys, should we just disqualify you both and pick somebody from the last round, or do you guys want to start over right now? And if anybody gets a stupid amount of votes right out of the gate, like we'll know you're fucking around.
The fucking everyone's
We've got-
followers are trolling each other now. They're all liking it right away.
It's easy. And like, so right now I'm trying to get some votes. So I know you're not on Twitter. That's why I didn't say go vote. But if anybody else happens to see this tonight,
Go follow him at Jodie B 501. It's on the screen.
at Po Boy Pod, go to at Pattern Madness and give us a vote. Because if we get through tonight, then we'll be in there. It'll be the Elite Eight, the Hateful
Nice.
Eight, and that'll be the next round. So
Ooh, fun.
yeah,
Well, all right. Take it easy, broski.
take it easy, man.
Later.